Hello everybody and welcome to the Bi-Weekly News. I'm Pat Maroney and I'm jacked up on politics. Don't know if you can tell, but I've got a sweet Bernie Sanders thing going on in the hair department. First off with the winners. Donald Trump killed it in New York, which had many surprised, considering his recent gaffes in the, what do we call this thing? The media, where he referred to 9/11 as 7/11. Didn't surprise me though, from a man who has a history of making repeatedly racially insensitive comments. It was no surprise that he confused Muslim Middle Eastern extremists with an Indian guy working at a convenience store. Just how Trump does. I don't run his campaign, but whoever is doing a hell of a job, right? Hillary Clinton, not one to be outdone, had her own share of turmoil in the media after she referred to bubble tea as chewy tea. Many were outraged, but none more outraged than us Star Wars fans who know that chewy tea is meant for Wookiees. That's my Wookiee impression. That's what I got for you right now. You're to live with it. I don't know. I will say this isn't the first time that Hillary Clinton caught herself in trouble pandering to the minority audience. Most recently, appearing on a radio show where she said she always carries a bottle of hot sauce in an attempt to appear to the African American communities. Yeah, she said that. Come on, Hillary. You are far too educated to be saying some dumb stuff like that and not know what you're talking about.
That's us.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen,
yes.
I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Although it's got me kind of thinking that if that's the way you pull in new viewers and people support you, I just want to say, I love this stuff. Put it on my ice cream. Now, on to the losers. With every victor, there's another man laying in the pile of ashes, suffering the cold, cold hands of defeat. And that first man is Ted Cruz. We all knew Ted Cruz was facing an uphill battle when he came to New York. Many people feel that he was out of touch with the Latino community. And even after his attempts to appeal to them by appearing on Maury, he came up short. Although I was happy to see him back on TV. It's never been quite the same since he left the Munsters, which you can see every Tuesday night on Nick at Night. That's where the Munsters show these days. It's used to be Nickelodeon. I don't know if it's still on. It's been a while since I watched it. You tune in.
Hello out there from TV land, the every night good TV brand for your viewing delight. It's Nick at Night.
Also, my man Bernie Sanders, the man with the sweet, sweet, sweet hair. Bernie Sanders didn't do so well, and it was prime for the taking. Anybody following this campaign knows that New York is the epicenter for people who support him. It's full of culturally diverse people, it's full of millennials, and the polls were open during working hours, meaning that they probably had a lot of free time to show up. But they didn't, and Republicans didn't hesitate to jump on this. No, not the Republicans, right? They jumped all over this, calling his supporters lazy and entitled, making me think he should maybe change his campaign to Bernie Sanders. When you want free stuff, just not that bad. Lastly, John Kasich, the man who is probably the most qualified and responsible and experienced Republican candidate, came in dead last. It's unfortunate, but it comes to show you that being responsible, experienced, and qualified mean very little when you're a Republican. With that, I'm Pat Maroney. I thank you very much for tuning in. Catch me every week on Political Storm. Subscribe, do all that good stuff. And like I always tell my friends, go out there and be the best you can be. Thank you very much.